Hi, my name's Cameron MacDonald and welcome to Whisky Without the Guff, episode 12, part 3. This is the summation of these 4 whiskies that we chose from 8 15-year-olds. So we have Springbank, Glendronach, Dalmore and the Macallan. In terms of the Dalmore, I don't know if that camera angle you can see, but there's very little left in this Dalmore. So I don't even know if there's enough for this tasting. Just as if you want to be a sud, Dalmore is a nice bottle. The emblem is this stag's head here. They got it on everything. So you can see it from quite a distance. So if you want to impress your friends in the yacht club or something, oh, they got Dalmore, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we're about to get going and we're going to have Kim and Colleen also participate because, I mean, you get 3 old curmudgeons. I don't know how definitive we're going to get here, and I don't think it really matters. What matters the most is that none of these are bad. I mean, if you remember the episode 1 or episode 12 part 1, I said that you would hope that a 15-year-old whiskey wouldn't be rubbish, because duff or whatever you want to call it, because otherwise the whole distillery's failed. So I'm pleased to report that none of them have turned out that, oh no, it's not very good or it's merely good. So they're all pretty good, and we'll see if we can reach any further definition, conclusion, favourites. But this really comes down to personal taste. It's probably going to change a little bit insofar as we've got 2 from the first part and we've got 2 from the second part. So again, it's a different company than in. So we'll see how it goes.
Hello. Morning.
Okay, so here we are with the final, I was going to say finale, of the 15-year-olds, and we have a wee bit of a surprise. Originally we were going to do this with Kim and Colleen. As you see, Kim's here. This is not Colleen, this is Aileen. So I'm delighted that we've got Aileen to actually participate for once. You've heard her in the background maybe, but she just likes to supervise. Anyway, I fearlessly predict that this will be much more animated television than the usual with the guys, because all you get there is lip smacking and bit of sniffing and stuff. So we've got 4 whiskies here. We've got Springbank, Macallan, Glendronach and Dalmore. And so without anything you want to add to this?
That one.
So numero uno is
Okay.
Springbank.
Springbank. So, sniffing?
Sniffing, not a bad smell really. Although
What? Well, oh, my sinuses need clear.
Exactly, yeah.
but a lip smacking there.
So that's Springbank. Okay.
That's Springbank.
It's like just,
Seems a little on the
it goes down so
peaty side.
warm. Yeah.
So these are all 15?
Mhm.
15-year-old? Okay.
Well, Springbank is down in Campbellton, which is pretty close to Isla. So I think there's peat in it.
Mm.
Haven't tasted Springbank in a long
Where's
time.
your map?
It's down there. But I already showed them the...
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Okay, so
And
So
that's
they
intro.
know where it
in
is.
your intro. Okay.
So the next one, number 2, is Glendronach. So Glendronach is halfway between Speyside and the North Sea.
See, that one smells smoother to me.
Yeah, this
Yeah, it
is
doesn't have a
more
little
floral,
Pull on your
and it is
nose.
smoother.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure floral is the right word, but
Yeah, that smells
I
better.
think they
Better.
use sherry casks for about 10 years. Yeah, that's an easier drink than the Springbank.
Still not. Sorry.
Still not.
That great. Great.
Still not. It's not. Oh yeah, it's not. Oh,
Yeah.
that means.
Okay. Okay.
Well, she's already recording.
Number
Okay,
three
Number three.
Number 3.
is Dalmore.
Okay.
I'm surprised how much we've gotten out of this, the little Dalmore we got. So that's quite
It's
a
little
different
easier
smell.
to.
Yeah, you can't really smell it as much as the others.
Tell that
Maybe
to
it just
Stu, this
doesn't-
is his favourite.
Dalmore?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he liked Ardbeg.
No, he likes, well,
Oh,
his favourite of this group. Although he hasn't tasted this group as a group yet.
no.
No.
Why? What do you
No.
find?
I think I like it better than Springbank, but no.
Yeah.
What do you think? Ian?
Although I think so far, I like them in the order we've had them, but unfortunately, the opposite to what you'd think. Like Springbank, Glendronach, better. Dalmore, better.
I'm wondering a
I'm
bit
hoping
more.
for a winner. In,
Yeah. Well, let's try 4.
In the past, I've thought Dalmore was better than that. And yet, so at first I thought, well, maybe it's because this is only a 10 or something, it's a 15. So,
Okay,
number 4 is the Macallan.
Macallan.
Oh, that's a much,
It's
to
easier
me,
to
that's
s-
a much nicer smell
Yeah, I agree.
than any of them, or just,
Definitely easier to sniff in.
Yeah, and that one's easier to taste too.
Yep, I would agree. However, I think I'm going to put some water in the Springbank and see if that changes it from my bottom.
Yeah, because that's my bottom for me too.
Okay.
so what, have you been drinking those ones? Aileen? And you've been drinking these ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Good.
Is it?
Oh, just
You have a problem?
just a geometry thing? No, hell no.
that's
No, would I
there.
Right?
ever- I
It's
would never
there
do it.
rather than
Oh,
there.
Okay,
yeah.
fair enough.
Okay. Trying to be scientific about this, put the same amount
So
in
you're
each one. So
you're
I put,
putting that into
I
Springbank.
put 2 into Springbank.
Okay. And
Can't say I would pick it up and go,
Springbank is what?
1.
Does that change it?
I
Doesn't look
think
like
it
it.
seems to change it, but not for the better.
Okay. Sounded
Well.
like a cat.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
you have a sip and see what you think.
When she's reviewing my videos, you know, she talks about you got to stop lip smacking. You're making too much noise. And there she is snorting.
No,
So I would say
No.
that water does not improve
doesn't change this one.
Springbank.
No,
Good.
it's still my
Okay.
bottom.
Yeah. So the next one I had was Glendronach, which was number 2. So I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to put 2 drops of water. Very. Oh, well, that was 3, but oh well.
Oh,
What was that?
That was
that was the very last drop of it.
Of what?
Springbank.
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 Ooh. Okay. So do you put it into the
into
Glendronach?
Yeah. I'm just going to work my way
Number 2.
Okay.
through.
And you don't ever add water to yours?
No.
I don't usually either.
Oh, really?
No, it's just when we went to, I think it was the Auchentoshan distillery, and they
And
said
added water?
to try the water, it opens it up.
Yeah.
So
I do notice a difference when you do add water, but I don't with the Springbank.
Oh, there
I
is,
don't think it
there is
actually
a
makes it
big
worse.
difference usually
Yeah,
when you add
I don't
even
think it helped
yeah,
it any.
no.
a tiny wee bit of water. I mean, Stu said that beautifully when he said, he was telling some Bob, I think, he said, oh yeah, it makes an amazing difference, just a couple of drops of water, usually, so not always.
Yeah.
And he said, but not always for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think of that in the
I thought it was better
better, but
with the two.
okay,
The Glendronach.
Yeah. Do you want this?
sure. Okay.
And now I'm gonna
So
try two in Dalmore.
Yeah. So Dalmore, I guess I wanted to like because we've been to the distillery and I can imagine what it looks like and how
Full
nice
of
the
English.
barrel is and stuff like that.
You know, to me, and this could be weird, it almost smells like butterscotch.
You're obsessed with butterscotch.
I know. Don't,
To me, what it
it's
smells
smoother
like,
though.
it smells like there's a little bit of medicinal kind of smell to it.
Oh, I find that in Springbank.
Medicinal?
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
No, Springbank's more of a cleaner,
Cleaner.
an industrial cleaner.
I
Like I
like
said, it cleared out my sinuses, right?
I like Dalmore with 2 drops.
The water.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then my last one will be the Macallan.
Macallan. And that's the one that I like the most.
The Macallan.
Yeah, so you've got it 1, 2, 3, 4. I would go 4, 3, 2, 1 on my favorites.
So you'd go exactly the reverse.
Opposite.
Mhm.
Yeah. The reverse, yes.
And what would you do, Ellie?
The same, the opposite of the numerical list.
Okay.
Okay.
So this one's Macallan.
So, just in case you can't follow this, their order list is Macallan, Glendronach, Dalmore and Springbank.
Yeah.
My order is Macallan, Glendronach, Springbank and then Dalmore.
Oh.
Okay.
Which surprises me because like you, I didn't drink when we were in the Dalmore distillery because I was driving, but I've had Dalmore before
Mhm.
and I always had more respect for it than I had for this.
Mhm.
Yeah, Macallan out of the 4 is my favorite.
Yeah, even with the water in them, I would keep them in that same order,
Mm-hmm.
like Springbank being on the bottom. I
Yeah.
don't generally like putting water into my scotch at all. So I still prefer the Macallan, and I prefer it with the water in it too, against all the other ones with water in them, but I would probably drink it just neat.
We used to confuse people in bars in Scotland when we were younger because
Yeah.
we'd go in there and I'd order a neat scotch and a pint of Tennent's and they'd bring it up and they were thinking, well, women don't drink pints but neat scotch, not this wee thing. So
That was a while ago.
they'd give me the scotch and I got for her. They thought she was terribly weird. Also because she'd have a few of them and wouldn't be legless or something, you know, just be
Yeah.
normal.
She can hold her
Guess I
own.
must have drank a lot in those days.
I would have this one neat,
This
without water. I could drink
Macallan?
that
Macallan?
with water or without water, yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing because when you did the very first, was
Very
it one of
first-
the first or second that you were,
I didn't like
tasting.
Macallan?
you did one of these?
Oh,
Hey, you're tasting.
No, but that's
I'm
obviously.
growing up. I'm developing well, not a taste for whiskey, but
a palate.
I am capable of learning, I guess.
Okay. Anything else? You notice, see the laughter in that? Watch the next thing because the guys are about to come in and I expect very little laughter. So you,
We all have the
That
same
was good.
amount to drink.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
By the way,
that's
whoever
good.
pours these is pretty stingy.
Oh,
That was Ellie. She poured them. Okay, have
no,
you
it was good because you got one and then you were able to put in a couple
you
of
get-
drops and what?
Have you got it? Did you get any left?
No,
Have you? Would you like something to take away?
no, I'm good,
Nope.
thanks. I'm
Okay.
all just warm inside there.
We're good.
Well, thank you very much indeed. So here we are with the final 15-year-olds. And the guys this time, so I've already drank all mine with the girls, so.
Oh,
Is yours good?
Plunging, yes.
Plunge we shall.
Yeah. Mm.
So number 1 is Springbank.
Oh,
Yeah. Peaty,
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Well, it's Campbellton and it's, there's peat everywhere in Scotland. The whole damn country's bog and granite. If it's
It's
not,
pretty
if
cheap.
it's not a stream, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. Yeah.
It's like a
Nice.
like a mellow Ardbeg, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It even has some of the afterburn.
yeah, I thought it was similar to Ardbeg, but it didn't have the joy of an Ardbeg. Ardbeg is a,
Ardbeg's an adventure.
yeah.
So, if you had your choice, would you take Arberg or Springbank?
Ardbeg
Yeah,
every time.
me too.
Really?
Yeah, if I was in the mood for a
Yeah, for
peaty
some-
scotch,
yeah.
then that's what I would go for.
There's no use to go halfway, right?
Well, you know, another one that has a peaty tinge is, although it's not relevant here, is Talisker.
Yeah.
But Talisker I find the same. Talisker is the peat without the rest. So,
Oh, yeah, we tasted that. That was, yeah, that was.
Yeah. I haven't had Talisker for years and years. At the time, I thought, whoa, that's just.
well, it'd be interesting to see what you thought
Yeah.
of it now. I mean, I'm sure you'd still have the roughness, but I don't think you'd, having had so much Ardbeg,
Yeah.
I don't think you'd approve of it so much. So that one, number 2 is Glendronach.
Uh-huh.
And numero 3 is the Dalmore.
Well, the Glendronach is very pleasant indeed. You know, it's got a nice nose. It's nice and mellow.
Yep.
Feel like sitting by a fire or something, you know.
No, Glendronach is good. Sort of, just the smell of it or the taste of it reminds me of, you know, an armchair in a dark bar in the Highlands, covered with, you know, tartan
There you
and
go.
stuff like that. A smoky fire and everything going. So that the Dalmore is 3, and then number 4 is the Macallan.
Totally different smell.
Well, it's just, you know, just like the last time we tasted it, it's totally different from the others. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I personally wasn't wildly impressed by the Dalmore, which surprised me because, I mean, Dalmore I've liked in the past, and when I was thinking about that, I thought it might be just young, but it's not young, it's 15. So,
I just read actually a short article about whiskeys. There's some sort of global, not just whiskey, but a spirits competition. Or, well, evaluation, not really competition, but in any event, the spirit of the year was the Dalmore 25.
oh, I think I saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Doesn't-
excellent.
Yeah, it doesn't fit in well with this company though. It's so different.
It is different. So that one you're drinking now is the
Macallan.
Macallan.
Pour. Sorry about that.
Every time.
A little music
And
never
they
hurt
never,
anybody.
and they
huh?
never smash.
Oh no, I'm very light on it.
They're
It's like
sturdy.
shooting.
What, the Macallan or
No,
him?
yeah, that too.
Yeah, I think
No, I was thinking the glass, but anyway.
that's pretty. Just got a good smell to it. Okay, I guess.
So what do you think, Steve?
Yeah, the Macallan. Number 1, Glendronach. Number 2, Springbank, and then Delmari.
What about you, Steve?
Well, I'd actually, in the mood that I was in today, I would have to pick I think it's very hard to choose between the Glendronach and the Macallan.
Mm-hmm.
They're both, to me, the Springbank, it's like we discussed, it's not an Ardbeg, and if you're going to have that kind of scotch, that's what you want. And the Dalmore isn't doing it for me today, although I've liked it in the past.
Yeah.
So,
Thought
I'm
that Delmore was more medicinal
So what would
tasting,
you...
smelling
it
also.
Yeah, it doesn't taste medicinal to me as much as it tastes like candy. I mean,
Right.
you know, it.
So what would your order be now?
I don't know. Let me just run it one more time. I guess the Macallan and then the Glendronach.
So 1 would be Macallan,
Yeah.
2 Glendronach,
I still give the Dalmore a 3,
okay?
mostly because the Springbank just doesn't do it for me.
Okay. Anything
be it.
else?
No.
No?
Splendid. Thank you very much. Well, that was quite interesting. In the beginning, in the first 2 episodes, it was quite evenly split. There was scores going all over the place. In the end, though, it was absolutely unanimous. Everybody preferred Macallan. And then I would say about 2/3 voted for the Glendronach for number 2. So that was fairly consistent, and I didn't really expect that. When you bring money into the equation, it could change things. Just to let you know, the whole 8, the Glendronach is the cheapest of the 8 at 82. So, I mean, that would make that a real, best buy kind of thing. And I think that's happened a couple of times with the Glendronach 15. So there's a message there. Number 2 is Dalwhinnie, that's $83 right now. Number 3 is Glengoyne, that's $94. Number 4 is Glenmorangie, $95. 5 is Dalmore's, $120. 6 is the Balvenie, it's $140. 7 is the Macallan, $150. And the highest of the lot is the Springbank at $151. So the Glendronach is almost half the price of the Macallan. I think the Macallan's a better drink, but there you are. So I think the takeaway here is if you're into a 15, I'd personally buy the Glendronach because it's the cheapest, but it's also voted the second best, so that's got to stand for something. If your budget's a little more extravagant, try the Macallan, which is very nice. So in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this episode, or the episodes, there was 3 of them. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe. If you subscribe, I think you get notified whenever we post something new. From a homework point of view, just what I said, the Glendronach or the Macallan, or both if you want to go out for a night. Get out and drink, and next week we're going to look at Islay. Specifically, we're going to go back into peats, not the Ardbeg selection, but others that we haven't covered yet. So until then, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.